Wheat. What up, Wheatfield? What up, y'all? We have a new artist to channel to. We're so excited. It's guitar, and I really love guitar. This person is AJ Gent, so that's him. AJ Gent. Hey, sis. Ashe, great day. So I don't know if y'all heard of this guy AJ Gent before. Hey, Miss Monica. But his guitar is like so awesome. It's so soothing. I don't know if it's too loud. Y'all gotta tell me if it's too loud. But we're a little bit early on the horizon for the week. I don't even know what to say. It's giving me like we're bringing the message early today, Ashe. Oh, good, good, good. And I was, it was like listening to something. You know how you're going through reels and stuff like that, and he came up, and I was like, oh, his guitar sounds nice. It sounds soothing. It seems like the chakras was vibing. So I was like, let me go find them. And they were on Amazon Prime Music, so I'm like, I'm about to follow them and support. They are like another up and coming artist. You know what I mean? Uh, so I'm getting like up and coming artistry. You know what I mean? Like people who are really trying to put their stuff out. And Veronica, I meant to let you know too. Hey Jean, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. I do. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting the channel. Um, sis, I was thinking about ordering another crystal. My mind is like stuck. I don't know what the heck that is. They're telling me unshakable inner peace. But then we changed peace to wholeness. And like for your wholeness to be sitting, you know, in that energy and knowing that, you know, you are whole no matter what. Like nobody can take that feeling away from you. I gotta say a couple things before they just like run out of my head. I should have my pen so we can write stuff down because, you know, the forgetfulness sometimes. Like the downloads come in so fast, and then if I don't say it, then I lose it. So, one, Veronica says, I want to order a crystal. I don't know if it's going to be a ring or a necklace, but maybe you can think about something that, you know, whatever speaks to you. Maybe, you know, we can collaborate on something. But I want the crystal to be lapis lazuli. So if you have that, let me know. And I definitely, you know, just kind of like how we did the other ring, you know, like pick out a stone and whatever whichever piece speaks. But I definitely want it to be lapis lazuli. So, and I'm kind of concerned about buying crystals from other places because they're not always real. So I just want to go to somebody that I trust. So thank you. I'll reach out to you for that service. Next, they were giving us some downloads in our spiritual shower. So we were kind of thinking about it. Like for some reason, I got to thinking about all these things that we have lost over the years, like in relationships. And I mean, I'm like, the spirit took us all the way back to like our first like real boyfriend. like, like we were thinking about this relationship, that relationship, that relationship. And it actually started from like the most recent and went backwards and had it took us through the journey. And we were thinking about things like either we lost or we gave up, like things that we felt like were taken from us, you know, and we called our power back. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. You know I prefer copper. You know I do. You know I'm a copper girl. You know what I mean? I got some silver too, but for the most part, copper conducting that, you know, the energy. So, um, but by the time we got out of our spiritual shower and we were thinking about these relationships and everything that we had lost, we were getting the energy of calling all our power back. And it was something about that hit me with today's value. So just to kind of give you where I'm coming from, testimony to tarot, we wear this type of jewelry not very much because over the years we've had so much jewelry stolen from us. I'm talking about from diamonds and rubies, and y'all know rubies is worth more than diamonds because of the rarity, right? So I'm thinking about like ruby earrings and necklaces, how many diamond pairs of earrings we've lost, or people have taken from us. We had like from our first marriage, our engagement ring, wedding ring was valued at 8K. Right, and I know the person who stole all of our ish. Will they ever admit it? Absolutely not. Right, but it's like even if I think about how much we lost, it would be different in today's value. Right, that was like 3, 4 years ago, and that stuff, people save them as family heirlooms, which I was intending on doing, like being able to pass down, those rings of stones to my children, to my girls, and whatever they, want to do with them, they can do. If they want to make earrings out of it, if they want to, hold it and pass it down, because they continue to gain value. Well, what would it be like to quantify that in this day? Like, if I could put a price tag on it, I don't think I could. I don't know, but it's like, it's worth more from when they stole it. So the return on that has to be magnified to today's currency value, and then magnified from that. Is what I was getting. And so the spirit was kind of working with us to call that volume back, not just what was taken from us in the day versus how much it was then, but how much it's worth now, right? And then adding the magnified interest on top of that. So it was kind of like all these different concepts, and it was like no matter what they may have taken, what we felt like we gave, you know what I mean? We sacrificed, it was like you are still whole and you are complete. Like there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. And it was giving me the energy of like being really solid in that knowing. It's like I don't know. I'm kind of getting like the feeling of calling everything back onto self, like calling self back to self, right? Because it feels like so many bits and pieces or like parts of my energy are still in those situations and needing to pull all of me back to me. So that's kind of like what we were feeling. As you can see, it's a little bit low, like conservative energy is giving, ambiance is giving, space is giving, area to kind of go into that peace. Like the inner circle is what I'm getting. It's a little bit dark today. It's a little bit rainy. So it's kind of like the vibe that I'm feeling, you know. So I don't know if anybody resonates with that or not. But that's what I was getting. Like the spirit was giving us, like taking us a track down from the recent all the way back to the first and thinking about these things and even like the person in those relationships. Hi, hey Crystalline, thank you so much for tapping in. So we got down to the first boyfriend and we started to laugh, right? Because it was like this kid at a time when your girl was so awkward and so not grown into herself. This person really saw us like in a way that nobody else really did, and I thought about the things that he would do. Right? So example, I'm a person, I like cookies, but I don't like the filling. Like I like sandwich cookies, but I don't like the inside. Weird, right? So if I have a sandwich cookie, I'm gonna take the frosting out and I'm gonna eat the cookies. Oh wow, I'm glad. Look, so this kid, right? He bought some peanut butter cookies because I like peanut butter, and I would eat the inside of those because I like peanut butter filling. If it's that vanilla or chocolate shit, I'm gonna rip that out and just eat the cookie. They can make Oreos with no filling, and I was like, ooh, if they did peanut butter, that was amazing. And lo and behold, they have peanut butter Oreos. So I got something by the bed right now. Look, it's not good. Anyway, so this kid bought us some peanut butter cookies, 2-row pack. He had a row, I had a row. He bought 2 glasses of milk. He had a glass, I had a glass. And he told me before we even got to eat, he was like, This is your road. This is your milk. This is my road. This is my milk. If you finish all your milk before you finish your cookies, don't ask for none of my milk because I'm not giving you that. What did I do? 3 cookies in, I done drank all my milk. Now I'm looking at his milk like, you really not gonna give me a sip? He did not give me none. He was like, no, I told you, don't drink all your milk. It was so funny. So for some reason, that memory came back to me today, and I was like, I want to reach out to him and tell him how much I appreciate him for seeing me at a time where I felt so invisible. So I felt odd and awkward. I felt odd and awkward. I was definitely a weirdo. I was on my own vibration. And we're a channel messenger. We do not see the world the same as everybody else. I hear shit that other people don't hear. I was trying to hide it, like maybe it's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So for a person to see me in my fullness, I was 13, 14 maybe, 14, and I was already like 5'10". I was linky. I was like, straight up and down pole. Nobody. The body was not bodying. Okay. So it was like this kid, and I really appreciate him for seeing me, for loving me, for caring for me. I mean, like this kid would stand in the cold in the wintertime at the fucking phone booth. Who remember what a phone booth is? You gotta put money in that bitch to keep it going. He would stand there in Michigan winters and talk to me on the phone. He would catch the bus from one side of town all the way to the other side of town to come and visit. Right? He was such an amazing, and he was going through such crazy hardships. His mother was battling with serious addictions. He was the oldest. He was caring for himself, working, going to school, caring for his siblings. Like he had such an immense amount of responsibilities on his shoulders, and he had such a loving heart. And I just thought about him today. I was like, I wonder if I should reach out and just give him a note of appreciation to let him know how much that meant to me. And I think I will. Anywho, so spirit might be taking you down these pathways. Again, I'm feeling like it's the energy of retrograde, right? So thank you to the Most High God for bringing us this message. Let it be spiritually strengthened so that we can, as given pulling some stuff up, things that we need to see and deal with, rectify, and just kind of understand its deeper meaning, like the impact that it may have had on you and your development, your personhood, even the esteem of self, because he definitely did a lot in terms of, I felt value, I felt loved, I felt seen, like I felt appreciated. We were young and I was stupid. You get to feeling yourself. I ended up kissing somebody else and we broke up. I feel like I broke his heart. And I probably need to apologize for that too. So, but I was 14, 15. Like, what do you do? Okay. So, it's definitely given like the spirit is bringing up so many things in us for us to recognize so we can deal with it, heal it, and move forward. Because I don't know what bits and pieces that are still blocking forward progress, and we need to kind of work through that and use the energy transmuted so that we can continue to ascend. This says eliminate distractions, stop shining light on the things that you're not. So I don't know who that's for, but I pray that you receive the message as we overflow, that you are spiritually strengthened to bear your own personal yoke, right? And I pray that you overflow and we meet in the middle for the sake of healing, for the sake of harmony, peace, ascension, growth, to reach our highest potential. Yeah, I ask the Most High God protect us as we bring this message. It's something about lighting an incense. I'm getting too, beloved. So the number two could be significant. 1 and 9 is 10. That's given a two, one. But then it's like I was looking at the number 19, and one more makes 20, which breaks down to two. So there may be something that you just need to do to bring yourself to harmony, to balance, right? For the sake of that true understanding of wholeness. Yeah. It's definitely given like something coming in. How can you reclaim your power? And that's what we were talking about, right? Like reclaiming the power. You see that bottom statement? It's so many bits and pieces that's still left out there, even when I think I'm calling things back, right? And I could do it in a very general way. But it's something about, like, specifically thinking about these relationships and, how did I behave? How did people treat me in them? What did I allow? You know what I mean? What did I allow? And how am I different because of that allowing, because of that experience? We need a new instant thing, something that's greater, bigger. We got our coffee thing on the table today. Cup is kind of pretty, right? It's soft, iridescent, colorful. It's definitely giving soft. It's giving your inner pretty. So if you're a masculine or a feminine, it doesn't matter. You have your inner pretty, and sometimes we need to feed it. Ooh, I'm kind of picking up this little space on the card. It's kind of giving me those vibes. It's a little bit deeper, but it's there. So, how can you reclaim your power today? What is the spirit bringing up inside of you to show you that there's either more power in you, or just to remind you that you're powerful? You're powerful. What is has no bearing on what will be. What is has no bearing on what will be. And this is number 40. And that's definitely calling us to stability, right? Stable, balance, right? You can't have a table that stands, like tables have at least 4 legs, right? It's like that balancing, stability. What does your ideal life look like, and what does it feel like? We had a whole visual scene of being on the farm. Y'all check this skirt out. Don't it look like farmy? Like I could be on the farm, right? And then I had a whole thing, like I heard farmer's wife, ooh, right? I had a whole thing to me like baking fresh biscuits and cooking fluffy eggs. I don't know why that was there, but it's definitely giving like garden energy. It's like this big, strong masculine with these muscles, and he been out there doing shit and fixing shit and sweating and shit. I don't know. That's what I got. Thank you so much. Yes, I thought it was cute too. I'm like, I want me some little boots. We did just buy some cowgirl boots. So quit playing with you. Look, I'm just saying. Yes, I love it. I love it. See, you create your own reality. What is it that you want? What you want wants you to. Look at her. Does she look like she could be on the farm somewhere? She go. I don't know what that is in the background, but her hat in the field and the flowers is doing it for me. I'm just saying. I am feeling it. You talking about, look, creating your reality, and we said this 19, and we were feeling the number 20, and we only needed one more. Look, there it is. That's 20. That's the number 2. It breaks down to 2. That's balance. 40. That's balance. Right? That's what I'm picking up. And so it's like when we go back and we kind of think about the past, and we can see ourselves and what we allowed and what we either we feel like was taken. What did we give? What did we give first? What did we offer? What did we offer? What did we give? What did we receive? What was taken from us? What did we sacrifice? What did we leave? Right? And it's given like kind of thinking about that and calling all of that energy back. Like, no. And then quantifying it, like, what is today's value? We always get talked about, like, as women, like, your value diminishes over time. Does it? I think that it increases. I mean, I've increased in experience and in wisdom, right? I have understanding about self. I know who I am. I live in my truth and in my authenticity. Not waiting for anybody to validate me, right? But sometimes those are the very things that are threatening, right? People don't be wanting you to understand who you are. They don't want you to know your value. They don't want you to have an esteem of self. Your experience means that you can't easily be controlled or manipulated. So therefore, they consider that to be country cottage, manifesting it. What you want wants you to. I want a country cottage with plenty of room and space and freedom, move and roam and grow food. That's what I'm feeling, right? Like Veronica was talking about that hammock energy, because we got everything crammed in our little backyard right now, and we love it. But could we have more space to breathe? Absolutely. Look, what were we saying, Spirit? What were you channeling? I hear space to move around, space to breathe. But it's given in terms of like those relationships and calling your power back and what's appreciated in this day and age and what's not, right? It's very easy to be discouraged about self if you're like us. We single and have been for a couple of years. We've been celibate for a couple of years. We were celebrating a couple of things like our growth and maturity, and especially like the feeling of wholeness within self, like because we went through those experiences, it doesn't diminish us, is what it's given. Like I'm still whole no matter what I may feel like I've lost or I've given up, that I relinquished. So I'm getting like I can call all that power back onto self, and then to have the most high God think about it in current value times and then magnify it, right? So that we can really reach where we're supposed to go. And it was given like keep my heart and my spirit young, right? Like don't allow my inner self to sit in complacency and resentment or bitterness or even judgment over me, right? I'm really feeling the energy of personal accountability. I'm feeling the energy of really taking a good authentic look at self, and being accepted of what I see, right? Not everybody is in a position to do that, and I get it. It's like working for a little bit at a time. But those who are on this journey of ascension, I feel like that's what Spirit is calling us to do. It's very difficult to attract your highest timeline, to meet your highest potential, if we are unable to go in and unravel self, like to dig deep, go down and find the key and come up with it, because that's what you're going to use to unlock the door to your own recovery, beloved. Yes, this one. You heal by releasing, not suppressing. Look at that. Beautiful. You heal by releasing, not suppressing. What emotions do you need to feel? And that's beautiful because that has been pretty much the theme this week. This retrograde is giving me the energy of needing to pull up repressed emotions, the things that we don't want to feel, the things that we have protected ourselves from. But in this day and age, are you strengthened and are you ready to face the things that you had to protect yourself from back in that day? You know what I mean? 1 and 9, if I take one away, it becomes 8. Eliminating distractions. Well, first we have to figure out what are the feelings, the emotions, because they could be driving our distractions. They could be driving our coping mechanisms. They are driving our defense mechanisms, right? So it's definitely giving that energy. Veronica said something very powerful in her live yesterday about, us seeing the potential. And yes, we definitely can see the potential in one another, and we can love that potential in one another. I only have one caveat, because we think about it, differently, and she could tell me if she agrees or not. But I don't date for potential, right? I can see the potential in you and I can connect with you because of it. I believe in you. But there's other characteristics that must be present in order to establish a connection, right? Because potential by itself cannot manifest without some sort of action. That part, right? Thank you, sis. I agree with agree wholeheartedly. But if you are not actively taking steps to manifest your potential, then I can see it in you. I could surely do, but I would do it from a distance. It'll be hands off, right? And that's the same for self. I look at self, I see highest potential, and we're taking steps daily to achieve it, to realize it, to manifest it. And some of those steps means that we have to think about, the other shit. Yes, it is room for our growth and encouragement. If I couldn't see my highest potential, then I probably wouldn't be doing this. If I didn't believe in that potential, then I wouldn't take the steps to get to it. A lot of people can see their potential, but they may not believe that it can happen for them, and it keeps them stagnant and complacent, right? You find ways to justify not doing it, right? I don't have enough resources, or it's always based around resource. We could just stop right there, right? It's resource. It's either time, which is a resource, money, which is a resource, support, which is a resource, right? Whether it's what shelter, housing, venue, it's a resource that people feel like they're lacking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trajectory, right? And it's based on the actions that you're taking. We would be single, called without potential. Yeah. We was still look, cause I know we still look. We are wifey potential, okay? Look, we know it, and we know we are because we've been married twice. We're divorced, so they might be like, "Well, you are you because you're divorced twice?" Well, one, I married potential. We did. We married potential and they never realized it. They didn't take the actionary steps, and that became the biggest problem in our relationship. I am an action orientated person. If I see it, I believe it, I'm going to take the steps to go after it. I'm not going to be deterred, beloved. So, therefore, I don't mesh very well with a person that's full of potential. They can see it, I can see it, and they do nothing with it. In my opinion, it pissed me off. It literally pissed me off. I felt so unappreciated. I'm working my ass off to reach the highest, and you sitting there on the fucking bleachers. I was so upset. Like, no, we will not do that shit. And then we married somebody that future faked the potential. They could mask it as if it was already in fulfillment, all while they were like covering it up and, or just masking with other people's shit. That's what it was. Vampire. Future faking. So, what did we learn? One, give people a season so that you can see what they really giving. Like, is this your shit or are you cloaked in somebody else's energy? And before I know it, you gotta hoover me in and suck me in before I kind of understand that it's just an illusion, like it ain't really what it is. And then the other one, give it a season. You got all this potential. I see it, you see it, but what you doing with it? Are you taking actionary steps? Are you a real leader or are you just full of shit? That's what it's giving. I mean, untapped potential, unmanifested potential, that shit just remains a dream. It never becomes your reality, beloved. You create your reality. What you want wants you to. That's what it said. You create it. So you got the potential, I mean limitless potential. It's limitless possibilities. But if you don't believe and you don't take actionary steps, then where you gonna be? You would look, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. Everybody is a dreamer. Some of them dream beautiful dreams and some of them is stuck in a nightmare. It just depends on you and your perception. Shit, some people can take a nightmare and turn it into a beautiful dream. Be like Nancy with Freddy Krueger and call her damn power back, turn your back on it and keep on going. That's what I'm getting. Being the heroine of your own story. You are healed by releasing, not by suppressing. You cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Now, those who've been here know I ain't looked at this bottom card. You cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? It's guiding you to your highest timeline. It's guiding you to reach your fullest potential. But will you do it? Will you take the actions? And some of the actions don't always feel good, beloved. They just don't. Some of them cause us to reflect, to look back. I'm talking about from the present all the way back to the beginning, beloved, and kind of think about not only call your power back, I'm calling call versions of you back, integrate your full self, right? It's giving quantifying the current value and magnify that, because it's always a magnification. Anything that comes back has a force put on it. So you send it out, and when it comes back, it's coming back at a speed greater from which you sent it, right? So it's picking up that velocity, it's picking up that force from the universe, from the ether. So it's giving me something about like, shit, we could be needing to think bigger. You might need to think bigger. You want this one too. You might need to go further. Oh, I know I would, because in my heyday, shit, fuck a heyday. You great today, is what it's giving. You ain't lost no value. You are, if anything, you've gained value. So don't let anybody else devalue you, especially in a society that would tell women of a certain condition, age like us. Look, we over 40, been divorced twice with adult children. They would tell us that we have absolutely no fucking value, beloved. Dumb as fuck. Just saying. It's not a good thing. And it's not even really real, right? It's not. It's only real for people who feel like they need to control. Like where experience and expertise and wisdom is not valued. Look, I am enough. Absolutely. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am enough. More than enough. Always been enough. Maybe I didn't know it and that made life tough. I made some choices and went through some tough shit. But in this day, I know I'm what? I know I'm enough. I know. And therefore, I'm good until somebody else like they get it. And if they get it, then we get it and we vibe, then it'll be good. But until then, I'm good, beloved. I am beautiful just as I am. I am loved just as I am. I am worthy just by being me. I don't need to fit in. I just need to be myself, and the right people will come into my life. Those who see and appreciate me for all that I am. Somebody that will see and appreciate you for all that you are, weak. Remember that. Do that. Give yourself that affirmation as you look in the mirror on a daily. Every time you walk past the mirror, tell yourself, I'm enough shit. I'm the What? What? You don't see it? You ain't got eyes to see. You ain't for me. That's what I'm getting. Unique opportunities for growth is coming through. Right. I am simply deciding. I have decided. Right. And I love on myself fully and completely. Therefore, I know that I am loved fully and completely. I will attract another representation or reflection of self that will also love and appreciate me fully and completely. And if you don't, then you won't be around me because I can recognize it. It's definitely something. You see all this blue, and we were feeling like that blue energy, like it's something with that resonance. Not only is it giving a little intuition, like your spiritual vision, but it's also about how you're speaking things out into the ether, telling the universe you are enough. Right? I know that I'm enough. You're speaking it to self. And that worthiness is bringing in opportunity for growth. La peace, safety and self in God. Look, tucked right here in the middle. Everything is happening for me in my evolution. I'm not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. And Spirit already said that. Like during this retrograde, one of the things it's asking us to do is take responsibility. No more blaming other people, right? It's like you have the responsibility for your own health and wellness, and you take ownership over you, right? And everything that you've been through. Some things don't are not, you didn't perpetrate it onto yourself. And it wasn't anything that you did particularly. It was somebody else's nightmare and you became a part of it, right? And it's given though, at the end of the day, we are responsible for our own healing. Like we can still take the helm, the bull by the horns, and take charge and leadership of our own healing to feel safe, to feel comforted, to feel worthy, to feel like we're enough. No more victimhood, right? It's given, I see how difficult moments help me to see help me to become the best version of myself, and I'm thankful for them. How are the difficult moments? How did they help you become the best version of yourself? Did it show you your strength and that you can rise over, being assaulted, abused, neglected, rejected, somebody who stole something from you, and sometimes even the ones that you fuck up too. Like shit, like I said, that kid was cool. Like he really was loving on your girl, and we fucked that shit up. We did. We was a kid, right? Shit, and it was, it was messy too. I'm telling you, it was one of his friends. I kissed his friend like that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, it was wrong. There's no way. Infinite creativity is here. Blank slate, canvas. What you gonna paint on it? We saying farm life. What we want wants us to, and we have the ability to manifest our reality. It's given infinite creativity. It's given blank slate, right? And you are the painter. You have the paintbrush. You have the ability to paint whatever you want on it. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. And that's a part of the thing that I'm getting about calling all of your power back. And it's something about current value magnified. It's an increase in power in a way that I didn't really think about it. I'm thinking about just call all our stuff back. Like, so if 20 years ago, these earrings were $500, right? What would that be like for the same diamond, the same cut in today's currency? I don't think it would be $500. Could be 1,000, could be 1,500. And then if I throw some interest on that, I could be at 1,800, 2,000. So that's a very different number. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, Spirit, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I like that. I like that. So call your power back in today's value and throw some interest on it, right? Level it up a little bit. At any moment, I'm able to tap into that infinite source of energy. Unique ideas flow through me, and each one of them are capable into blossoming into a beautiful creation. You create your own reality. What is it that you want to create, right? And sometimes we don't realize that we're creating what's inside of us. We are always creating what is within, right? It's not just what we're thinking, what I want to be, right? Is what are you really, right? If you are not going in and releasing those repressed emotions and dealing with it, like able to look all the way back, allow the spirit to bring it up, see it, acknowledge it, it's giving, release it and heal it, transmute it, understand it. Like, what did it do for you? How did it mold you? How did it shape you? How did it shape your belief system? How did it shape your coping mechanisms? Tomorrow would be 2 months smoke free. We are 2 months off of cigarettes. Change, right? How did it change you? How did it mold you? How did it shape your beliefs? How did it shape your coping mechanisms, your defense mechanisms? Right? One of the things that the shit we went through, we saw a lot of people in our family smoke from stress, and like it just was like a thing. And we never really wanted to smoke when we was a kid. We didn't like it. But when we ran into some heavy stress with one of my daughter's father, we started smoking, picked it up, and struggled with it ever since then. We would pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. But in the last relationship with that narcissist, baby, we went from a person that had maybe smoked 5 cigarettes a day, a pack would last us a whole week, to being a person that was smoking a pack and some change a day, beloved. We lost a whole gallbladder in our relationship. You talking about somebody that'll stress your ass sick, fuck around with a narcissist. They walk out of that relationship with all your health and vitality, and you leave out sick and all kind of shit. Have to seriously recover. Change your life. It damn sure cracked open our intuition. You smoked for 3 years? Wow. Intuition. We didn't trust our intuition with them. We didn't. We didn't. Right? Our intuition told us something was off. We knew them. We knew we had a soul contract with them, but we could have left way longer before we did. Yeah. Way heavy. Way. It was, when I say so heavy, I literally transitioned in that relationship. Look, look, and I think when we were in Chicago over the weekend, we borrowed a vape, and we had a vape for like a day and a half, maybe 2 days. But on our way back, we gave it back, we gave it away, and haven't touched it since. But we count that progress because that's huge and major for us, beloved. But I know that last relationship with that narcissist definitely, you know, cracked open our intuition. We already knew that, the Spirit speaks to us, and we always had a different type of prayer life. It wasn't like, very strict and religious, type of prayer life, even though we have a religious background. And we weren't, we were always kind of like on that gray area, like Veronica would say. Like, we studied, we were Christian Baptist, right? My grandmother was evangelist, my grandfather was a pastor, we had a family church, like all of it. So we definitely have a solid foundation in that, but we were also spiritual. We learned a lot, we studied a lot of theologies, we think about it a little bit more holistically, right? We don't feel like any specific religion has a monopoly on salvation. That's not our mindset. So you never hear us place a name on any entity. We may talk about, the messenger's parents, like Mary and Joseph, or Adam and Eve, or like David, Solomon, Saul, all these energies. Pause. That's in reverse. So somebody is being moved forward, right? It's like coming out of hermit energy. So if you have been soul searching and, rethinking about your belief systems, broadening things up, broadening your perspective, getting a fuller, more whole, complete picture is what is given, right? Or seeking it is given, like you are being called out of hermit. And this could be one of the last things that you need to do is pull up these suppressed emotions and understand, how did they shape you? How did they change you? Again, did your belief system change? Did your coping mechanisms change? Did your defense mechanisms change? Have you been able to like really quantify what those things did to you, how it shaped you, how it developed you, come to balance and good with it, harmony? Call all of your power back, today's current value magnified we, and yeah, use all of it to create your new reality. Understanding that you are enough, and this is an opportunity for growth. Change is happening, and it's given that you are primed and ready for it. Primed and ready for it. Anything else out of this deck? Spirit say no. Overcoming obstacles. That could be what we need to do to overcome any new obstacles that are remaining, that are blocking you. What would you like to do? I'm seeing angel messages. So I'm getting like the, ooh, look, no wonder why they said that. Y'all see me just move these two decks. Hopefully you can see it in the camera view. And the deck that they're getting, so synchronistic. Overcoming obstacles. The next one we see is letting go. And knowing that you have support, you are not alone. And we see strength, right? Look at this. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. And that's exactly what we were talking about, right? And they were calling us to this deck because that's the message. How do we release and remove these obstacles? And it begins within self, right? If we are still holding on to things within, it's very difficult to let go to things that's on an external, right? Because you don't feel safe, right? Oftentimes when we refuse to let go, it's because we feel insecure about what it's going to look like if I let it go, right? Did I do the right thing? Did I let go too soon? Did I not give enough? Right? Should I stay and work harder? Should I give something else up? You know what I mean? It's like continuously thinking about holding on and sacrificing. When we are holding on like this, it's definitely a sacrificial position because you're not open. You're sacrificing everything that you could be given. Take a sip off of that. Obstacles are lifted. Obstacles and blocks. It's given that sword of truth. It's given that you have the sword, you have the shield, you are protected. It's giving me like breastplate energy. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will experience progress and forward momentum with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Infinite creativity, obstacles are lifted, things are changing. Why is it changing? Because you're changing. You're going within to get the key of recovery that's buried deep down in you, and all those emotions that are you're now ready to face. Celeste is here. A happy move or a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Didn't we just say we were manifesting moving on a farm? What? We receive, we receive. Ashe, ashe, ashe. You want this one? Yes. Grace and Antoinette. This is two. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Seeing the other person's point of view with compassion. Right? I don't know if somebody is going to come in and see you and give you that compassion you need. We talked about somebody in my life as being very young who saw me. They could see from my point of view, my POV. And I also was thinking about their POV too. Oh, wow. Antoinette. Wow. Sis. And they put it right on top of the 4, which is stability. And it says the what is has no bearing on what could be. The what is, like right now, has no bearing on what could be. The only thing that I feel that's different about that card is if you believe that things could be different. If you don't believe things could be different, if you don't believe you have everything that it takes that is available to you, beloved, then you could be the thing that's in your way. But if you believe it, you open up the pathway to receive it. Again, it's like we can't sit like this and hold on and receive. Like it's an oxymoron. You holding on and refusing to let go is the blockage. It's given, open up so that you can move forward. You can receive. Right. Potential. Past life issue. That's the thing. Bringing up all these past life issues so that you can deal with it. Those repressed emotions. Right. Those things that is given you forget to remember, or they could have been so harmful and hurtful that your consciousness did not allow you to remember. But if you have been strengthened working with your spirit team, the Most High God is given, now you have the space and the capacity to allow those things to surface so that you can heal it. They will still be a blockage. It is untapped energy that you could be transmuting. So not only is it hurting you by blocking you, but you cannot access the energy of it and move yourself forward. Like it's a part of the growth and development to reach your highest potential that we do these things. Are you able to face you in this day? Like, can you still look at the mirror despite whatever and say that I am enough? Ashe, yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's given like the scars and the things that we've gone through, they just give character. They make you interesting. It's like topic of conversation, if you choose to talk about it. But it's like it doesn't diminish you or your worthiness because you done been through some shit. Which one? Family. See, it's definitely things like going all the way back, and family for somebody could be a part of the issue. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose, right? And sometimes, look, earth angel energy. Earth angels are born into tough situations. We see a career change here, so that could be significant for somebody. I'm getting decluttering and detoxing your friendship. So friends and family, right? So you may have friendships with people that you need to detoxify. You can have toxic people that you are holding on to, right? That you may need to let go of, right? And it's like, why are you holding on to them so tightly and refusing to let it go? Especially if you've outgrown the situation, or you're in they're friends with somebody that's an old version of you. It's giving friends of old, right? And those people could have a perception of you that is just like no longer true. You could have grown and blossomed into somebody new. And are they able to accept the new you? Some of them is going to be a no. Because they expect you to be who you used to be, and that's just not who you are in this day. Your whole value and currency is different. It's like today's value. Can you get what today's value is what it's given? Past life issue. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes or life cycles. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. And that's what they've been saying. Like, this is an opportunity for us to grow. Some people can be like, this is happening to me, to me, to me. No, it's happening for you. Why am I remembering these events? Why am I being called to face them now, beloved? Because you told yourself that you were ready. Your highest self is telling you now you're ready to break through, to move through these emotions, to feel them, to remember, to feel, to acknowledge, to release, to heal, to learn, right? What did they do to you? How did they shape you? How did they change you? And how can you continue to change and evolve as you move forward? Because what is today is not exactly what's going to be. It has no bearing on your future, only if you don't believe. Only if you don't believe. Savings is here. I'm getting no savings, no savings. Somebody doesn't have any. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do not, it says you do your future self a big favor. So somebody is not doing their future self a favor by consistently setting aside present funds, right? And again, present funds is going to be different in the future. Like the future value is going to be magnified. So if you are doing something or you're being called to save for your future, do so in a way that gives you an increased value, right? Not where it's going to be valued at today, but it's gaining for the future. It says this is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus on your life purpose. It's definitely security in there. We were getting holding on. So somebody, I don't know if you are afraid to put your money in a place where it can grow. It's a difference between having like a regular banking savings account, which is going to give you like 0.01% on your money, which is absolutely basically no growth, beloved. You might earn a quarter, you know what I mean, like 25 cents, like literally, but there's other ways that you could grow your money for the sake of security. It's given like different life insurance policies, right, that we can get. It's giving like CDs, it's giving IRAs, it's giving something different where it gives you a different value on your money for the future. And if you feel like you can't save, then you may want to look and see, is there a place where you can sacrifice something to have that's to seed it, to seed your future is what it's given. Um, One thing that we've always been taught, we were taught, and we teach the kiddos is to seed a certain percentage back into self. Like they already gonna look. We in indentured servitude. I wouldn't give a shit what nobody told you, right? You are an indentured servant of the corporation of the United States, depending on where you live at, cause they gonna take their money off the top. Like you pay them to pay you. I'm just saying. Okay, so and even when we not like printing digital money, because that's what it's supposed to be like. Oh, the Federal Reserve takes a little bit of their money so that they could print the money and give us money. But if it's all that shit is electric, then what the fuck are you printing? I'm just saying, we still got bread. I know it's still currency, but y'all get the gist. They gonna take your money before you get it. You work for it, they automatically extract their portion. So who should you pay next? You, beloved, you. I know you gotta pay the housing and the electric and the water and the heat and the food and the transportation, and you gotta take care of all these things. But again, self preservation is the first law of nature. It's something about seeding your future self, seeding that potential self that's in the future. If you can only do 10% or 5% or whatever it is and grow from there, then start small and do it. Right? Find a way to seed you, your future you, I say. This one, money. They getting some money cards and then that's gonna be it. They do need to teach money. They do. They do. Because when we add up our total taxation, it's definitely way more than 25 or 30%. You pay taxes on your income, you pay taxes to the Fed, to the state, to the county, to the city, to Social Security, and then you pay on your food, on, I don't know if it's on gas, but it's definitely on food and mostly everything that you buy, right? It's like you buy your house, and you pay taxes on it. You sell that same house, you pay taxes on it. Throughout you living in that house, you're gonna pay taxes on the land. They tax and resell and tax and resell. It's like it's not even. It's ridiculous. It's so many levels of taxes that we pay. I feel like we living in fucking Rottingham or Nottingham or some shit. Like, where's Robin Hood in this day? Like, somebody needs to figure out how to get our fucking money back. Destiny is coming through. And I'm getting somebody's unique beauty. Like, it's something about uniqueness. I'm hearing beauty, but they were giving me unique abilities. It's something about that. And stability is here. And persistence is coming through. And we see fear, right? Instinct. Somebody could fear their instinct, or the fear, use your instinct to battle through some sort of fear. And we're getting maturity, growing up. It could be things that were put in you when you were growing up. You needing to accept your unique you, like you're a unique beauty. Embrace your unique style and own it. Let the world see who you really are. And this could be definitely for somebody in the room, because it says consider careers doing hair, jewelry, clothing, or any job that enhances others' beauty. Your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. And destiny fell right on top of change. Destiny fell right on top of change. So, that last bullet, your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. Absolutely. Because that's what we've been talking about. Changing our inner world, growing up is giving maturity, right? And just because we are at our big age doesn't mean that we don't have more growing to do. If you feel like you don't have any room to grow, then woe to you. I'm just saying. Because if you're not growing, then you cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? Towards your destiny. Why this card don't even go in here? And we wasn't looking when we were shuffling, but they pulled out a card that don't belong. And it's the death card. 13 is up here on my side. 13. Endings. Endings and new beginnings. Change. Right? And now she look like she been through it, but it's giving like shit, own it. Like, change looks good on you, right? It's like, if you are unwilling to go through the transformation and change and grow, then we start to decay. It's giving mold. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to change and grow, or you begin to decay. Ungrowing, growing backwards, I mean, it's giving death. If you're not growing, then what? That is a pretty card. I love this deck. It's the higher self deck. I think it's sitting right here. This one is this. It's the higher self oracle. So if anybody wants to get it, it's a beautiful. You want the book? No, it's a beautiful deck. See, setbacks. It's at the bottom, and they said you cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. It says your attempts to increase your income have been largely unsuccessful. This financial setback is forcing you to get more organized with your finances, to change some stuff. And don't lose hope. Use this time to learn from your mistakes. That's the bottom one. And the next one is leveling up. So don't lose hope. Use this time to learn from your mistakes. The pause is in reverse. You were already in hermit, right? It's time to come out. And it was given them like to use that time of hermit to learn from your mistakes, to grow from it, to settle past life or past cycle issues, to allow the memories, the emotions to come up, to acknowledge it, to see it, to heal it, to feel it, to heal it. It's given release it. It's given transmute it. Yeah. Where's your heart guiding you towards your destiny to change? This rebel. Look at that fire. Right? You are now like a rebel type of energy. And what can you change? What can you do? And it's giving you do it differently. That unique beauty. You are a trailblazer, meant to see things differently and set a new path for others. Your rebellious spirit makes you a great system buster to teach others a better way. And for somebody, an old belief about money could be preventing you from getting ahead. So think about your money, your savings. Pay yourself first, beloved. You may need to, think about your whole spread and how you put your money. A good balanced budget equals zero, beloved. That's what we said. A good balanced budget equals zero. That means that every dollar that you earn, that you get, has been accurately allocated. That means my financials, my obligations have been attended to first, self first and foremost, because they done took their shit. Now we gotta pay us, right? And we gonna figure out what we gonna do with it. If I'm paying this, it's gonna go in some sort of investment where I'm gonna earn something for the future. I'm seeding the future self, right? And then it's like financials, like whether it's housing, whether it's credit cards, whether it's utilities, whether it's travel, gas, car note, whether it is, house fund or, just in case shit happen fun. It is, entertainment, it's clothing. It is, the little things that I just want to have, the luxuries for self. It is everything is accounted for. And when I get done with it, everything should be balanced. If I have money left over, that means I didn't do a good job at balancing my accounts. Right? It means that I can increase savings, I can increase investments, I can increase something somewhere else until I get down to zero. If you take a budget class and for real estate, buying a house or whatever, they will teach you that your balance equals zero. All your money should be working for you. It is the purpose, the utility of money, of cash, of currency is to grow, is to create more currency. Networking. Who are you networking with? Who are you working with? It's giving you a spiritual team and it's giving others of like-mindedness. It may be time to create or reach out to your network of people who can help you. Somebody may be getting into the career of marketing, promoting sales, and we did see the energy of career change. We didn't pull it. And it says make the most out of the resources you have. Again, that's exactly that last one. This last bullet been hitting y'all for real. That last one, number 3, have pretty much been on. Make the most out of the resources you have to improve your finances. How do you make the most out of it? Pretty much what we just discussed. And success will find you, beloved. It will. It's giving them here and taking the actionary steps. Like sometimes, we could see our potential, right? We could see that dream. But if you want it to be more than just a dream, you have to act on it. First, the first action is to believe it, and the next action is to do something about it, to take that first step. If you are able to take the first step, then all the other steps will be shown to you, and everything that you need to take the next succeeding step will be given on to you. The first thing that you need to do, belief, it doesn't require anything tangible. That's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. It begins in the spirit. The spirit gave you the vision. That you could believe it. You could believe on the vision the spirit gave you. Exercise your faith. And that doesn't take anything tangible. It's not material at that time, I say. But if you believe it and you move towards it, it's gonna move towards you. This is something that it came to me while we were listening to Veronica. Look, yes, we will meet. If it's in Chicago, beautiful. Train ride, awesome. Some sort of meet and greet convention for your audience, the whole collective, to come and just have these conversations. First of all, I've been seeing it for a very long time. Didn't know who I would be with doing it, but to see it, right? Like us coming in and having a panel and conversations, and people can engage us in how, who they want to speak to, who that they feel connected to get the channeled message through. It's given like this whole thing. Anywho, it's given like we had to get the vision, we had to feel it, see it, believe it, and then take an actionary step. The first action we took was creating our makeshift deck, and then buying and purchasing our first deck, which is it on the bottom? Nope. It's like an African tarot. Here's the box. We'll just get that. Thank you. Because I can't look how I'm all caught up. And get my finger out. Star energy is coming through. I don't know why we had such a hard time with getting that out. But this is the first deck we ever got. Yes. I'm just deciding it, right? We've decided that it will happen. As you say, decided judgment is right there, right? It's gonna happen, and I expect that the spirit, the hierophant, is gonna just spontaneously make the way, right? It's just gonna happen. But this is the first deck, and I wanted to support other, black businesses, so I found a company that makes their own, and then that was the first deck. And we keep our currency in it. Why? I don't know. But it's got 23 cents in it. 23 is the number 5. It comes down to the number, 5, which is change. Right? And at that time, I just felt like everything around me was changing. The gift was gifting. When I say, when I say not only the way that we commune, the way that we interact, the way that we could feel like the spirit, the clair-tangent gift being moved around and almost feeling like you were being puppeted. They would get me up and take me outside and go sit and ground by water, put my hands in the dirt. It was so many things that they were doing with me physically that were so different than I had ever experienced. It was definitely giving rebel energy. Like, it was so much of it that I didn't talk about. Again, my daughter thought like I had literally lost it. She literally called to see if she could commit me. Like, is mom okay? What is this? And we had to get help from another person that was gifted, like another channeled messenger, to help me understand it, to help me learn how to control it, right? How to manage the channels and the gateways, what information was coming to me or what was attempting to bring something to me. So it was not, that thing, but the courage to continue to pursue and to go forward. And she just kept pushing me along the way. Why don't you start a channel? What do you mean start a channel? Who's gonna want to listen to us? And it was, we did. And that was, it's August, and we started in August 2022, so it's been 3 years now we've been doing this. Heart chakra just came out. And what has this card been saying? See, what is your heart guiding you to do? Where is your heart guiding you? Definitely heart chakra. It's like the Most High has put something in your heart, right? And being able to follow it. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving, right? We talked about somebody that was, afraid to let go, and that could be one of the obstacles to overcome. If you were afraid to let go, if you were trying to hold on, holding on comes from a place of insecurity. What's going to happen if I release? Will it be replaced? Will I be lacking? And it's given, no. You will be open to receive the next good thing, the next thing. And that thing is going to be a good thing because everything works towards your good if you believe. See, look, you're ready to receive the next big thing. Donations. Right? You could get a donation. You could be a tithing person. You could have somebody that wants to sow into you so that you could do some sort of charitable work. They may be charitable and like you're the person that they want to give to. Right? You could get to the point of, you have been doing all this good work where you be put in a position to be charitable, to give donations, right? It says give joyfully, not only to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity, something about generation. So whatever you give could affect a generation, but it is giving. Know that your generosity will be returned to you many-fold in miraculous ways. And I'm getting many-fold. So not just like you calling back your energy of everything that you've given, because what you sold out in the past is never lost, beloved. It's not, and it's still gaining in value. It's still valuable currently. And I'm getting when it's returned onto you, it's going to return in a very magnified and miraculous way. So claim that, Ashe. Time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So think about all the time, all the supplies, all the money, or whatever resources you've given out, you've donated it, it will return onto you magnified, beloved. So anything that you like, again, as we were thinking about that whole track, we started with how many things that we offer up, how many things that we sacrifice, how many things that we just, give willy-nilly, how many things were taken from us, stolen from us, right? But none of that energy is lost. It's given, it comes back, like to understand it, to quantify it in its current value, beloved, as we sit presently. What's the current value, right? We are a library, right, of information. We have this experience in wisdom. We're a sage, we're a seer, we're a healer. And if a person does not understand all of that value, then they are not meant to see, to hear, or to feel, or to be in a presence, to accept it, to receive it. And I understand that, so I keep my boundaries in a certain way, giving them the time and space. I can see the potential in you, but if you ain't taking those steps to realize that potential, then it's like a disconnect. I love you, I encourage you, but from over there is where it's given, right? But if you are a person that is on that track, you're taking the actions, you can believe, you can move, you can take those baby steps as they step forward, their destiny is stepping towards them too, then I can get with that. That's a resonation. Like we can come together, we can meet in the middle. You cannot meet somebody that's not moving. What you gonna be doing? Just running towards them, and they're standing in the same spot? You probably would have to run backwards. They're not keeping pace. You know what I mean? Y'all not moving in tandem. This is not a rhythm. This is not an equal and opposite energetic exchange, right? No. And it's okay to take your time and let that it show. If when it shows itself, it proves itself. Right? The truth needs no proof. It shows itself to be what it is. It's consistent, right? And that's the key. So be first consistent with self. See you, understand your value, your worthiness. Call back all your power and accurately quantify it. Do you know what you're really truly worth? You might need to up your shit. I'm just saying. Because you not the same worth that you was 5, 10 years ago, beloved. It's just it. The issues of life comes from my heart. Look, I heard that could be the title of a book. I don't know if somebody wrote a book, if you're interested in authorship, but baby, that title hit. It did. It's giving understand your worth in this day, and somebody might need to increase their price. I'm just saying. The price of admission. The price of admission to ride it. I'm just saying. No, we gonna say ride this ride. What y'all gonna get ready to say? The price of engagement, in admission to engage, has been increased because we understand the value. You talking about this? That's right. You can't just give it to everybody, right? At Earth Angel Energy, you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. What is love, beloved? Love is you. Love is light on voluntary escape, beloved. We done been through this. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, beloved. But that's what I'm getting. Your price done went up. You understand who you are, your worthiness. It ain't the same price that it was to access me back in the day. You got to come with something different, and it's definitely not just about your money. It's definitely not. Money is a product of like the after you done did something, and we don't even know what it was that you did to get it. Just saying. It's really not that. I was listening to a person talking about some dumb shit on a podcast. You know how they be doing on these relationship podcasts and shit. And these guys, sorry masculines, right? I love y'all, I do, right? But we want more from you than just your ability to pay a bill. Okay? That's not what it is. It's not what it is. It's a lot of women that take care of themselves. I be one of them. I say, okay. I don't need you to come in and just pay the rent. You know, it's nice, okay. But at the same time, it's a lot of people that's just not even in that fucking position. Like, let's be real. If you think about the average masculine person in this day, they don't earn enough to be able to pay everything, right? And we gonna speak for self. I don't know too many men. I've only met a few that could actually do more for me than what we could do for self. And honestly, there's no person on this earth that could do more for me than the Most High God itself. Nobody. So I'm not with you for your provision. I know who my provider is. My provider is the Alpha and Omega, that which gives all things. And I know that I provide, everything back onto them. That is the offering. I offer my full self and everything I have onto, because I don't have shit. It was gifted to me to be a steward over it for a specific amount of time that we're giving it. And that's just the truth, right? That's why we stay open. Because I never know when the Most High is going to put something in my hand or when they're going to take something out. And when they take something out, I have to trust and believe they're taking it for our highest good. It is no longer needed. It is no longer required, or the releasing it is giving me something else that I require. Like strength, courage, faith, trust, right? That, yeah. I'm hearing I'm more than enough, so whatever is coming is going to be better suited for me and my current value. Yeah. Death, change, transformation, metamorphosis, changing. It's giving your outlook on yourself, your outlook on you. Sometimes we don't get what we're looking for because it's just quite frankly beneath you. And I'm not saying that any one of us is better than another person, but you know frequency is on different wavelengths. If you are asking for something that is no longer on your wavelength, then you're not going to get it. And you're going to be upset with why the universe didn't give it. My manifestations are not working. No, your belief system could be needing some readjustment. You may need to re-quantify yourself. You may need to take some inventory, right, of you. Take stock and raise your stock prices, right? And I'm here for somebody. It's long overdue. It is long overdue. Yeah, see vision. What is it that you see? I am getting intuition, but how do you see you, we? Shit, strength. Again, and as their spirit said, we are strong, we are ready to see the truth of self. Somebody, that's what spirit say. So, if you have ears to hear, you will hear it, right? Quantify yourself, beloved, and don't let nobody else do it. You don't need any external validation. You don't. And nobody else's validation can tell you how much you are worth. It's your worth is immeasurable, right? And when you realize the beauty and the value of you, right, despite what you've been through, because what you've gone through doesn't dictate who you are, and where you're at right now doesn't dictate your future, right? It's giving you will see yourself in a whole different way. Your prices, your standards will definitely raise. The things that you quantify as important will definitely change. Shit, it used to be that thing. Can he, help me with this? Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone? I can't fucking stand that song. I don't think you do. I'm sorry, I am not a big Beyonce fan. It's some of her songs I do like because it's like, it's that thing, the messaging, I like it. And her voice has gotten a lot better since Destiny's Child. She gives me such Diana Ross vibes. No shade to Diana, but she was not the most talented in the group. It's giving that. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a whole bunch of issues with that. Not only is it wrapped around colorism and favoritism and all, and who's marketable and who's not, regardless of your talent, your hard work that you put in. Cause see, that shit is insidious. You can't tell me that she could outsing Kelly Rowland on any day. Absolutely not. She can't outsing Solange, her own sister. But why would they put her forward instead of the one that had the real talent? Because she's marketable. Anywho, the universe rewards motion. Keep moving. And then every time I hear somebody say that on Beyonce's internet, if y'all don't quit crediting this chick for shit that she ain't got nothing to fuck do with, I don't give a fuck about the beehive or none of y'all. That shit is so damn delusional. How they coming and attacking people for a person they don't even know? You don't know that woman's personal life. You don't know what the fuck she had to sacrifice to get to where she at. Facts. She could be a whole female Diddy, and then when the shit come out, then they'd be like, "Oh shit, she was." Yes, you don't know that fucking chick. I'm just saying. She damn sure wasn't the most talented. That should tell you something. Come on. The universe rewards motion. What guided action can you take today? Believe. Believe. 2 and 7 is 9. Believe in your wish fulfillment. Believe in your 9 pentacles. Self-sufficiency. Believe it. Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. You got the Midas touch. Yeah, her father built that group. Absolutely. And the plan was for her always to be solo. Look, things are working out in your favor. 1 and 6 is 7. And 7 breaks down, I'm seeing 7 pentacles. Sometimes you have to put the hard work in. You do. You be feeling like you working for nothing. You not getting nothing out. But if you quit, you will never get to the 8, beloved. You just won't. Just saying. In what ways are you abundant right now? What ways are you abundant right now? Are you abundant in spiritual strength? Like you know that Akashic inheritance is lit? Like, look, I already seen it. What? What? You talking about a land czar over here? Like I got acres and acres and acres of land. Enough to build a whole community, to build and grow food to feed people who are hungry. Not just myself, but I'm talking about as many as the Most High God will bring in. That's what I'm talking about. We are abundant. It's every leaf on every tree, every bush, every blade of grass. I am a heiress of creation itself and the abundance of it. That's what I'm abundant in. And there's nothing blocking. I know that I'm worthy of every bit of my inheritance. So much so that I am a disciplined steward over it. You can't just come in here trying to get my shit, get my goodies, and run the fuck off, beloved. Absolutely not. The time of being robbed is over with. We lit over here. Yeah, I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see the light. You coming in. But what you coming with? That's the test. What you coming with? That's what Spirit said. Control. And look at that flow. Hand is open though, right? The hand is open. Try to be more flexible. Be flexible, yeah, by saying yes to the things that you think you can't do. Say yes to the things you think you can't do. Where is it going to lead you? Stability. Ah, love it. It's going to be good for you, Wheat. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, and it's getting it in a healthy and positive type of way. Try to be a little bit more flexible and allow the universe to work its magic. Allow the universe to work. Right? It's given like we can see, but we don't always have control. And when we are able to let go and release control and just believe in the vision and taking the actionary steps one step at a time, beloved, you never know where it will take you. The route could change. You definitely could be going first, right? You might be looking like this is the avenue, this is the way to go. And I've seen people do something like this and I need to go this way because, the Spirit said no. Right, I could take you, start you off with this step, and completely divert you somewhere else to a road less traveled or untraveled. With that is given. I'm seeing somebody with a machete is given a person that goes forth and they clear the way. Right, you could be one that's called to clear the way. So you're gonna be up front and you got this machete and the Spirit is leading you through this terrain. It's gonna be rough, it's gonna be rocky, it's a difficult road to travel. But look at all the people that's gonna be coming behind you. It's like you weren't given this direction and trajectory for nothing. And you needed to learn what you needed to learn and have the courage and the stamina and the strength to go first. People who are sent first or go first, they don't go because it's like they need validation from other people. You believe in your mission and you go and you take it for the sake of change, metamorphosis. And I'm seeing the word end a cycle. Like the cycle is ending, so there are going to be those who go forth into the new cycle, beloved. It's giving early adapters, it's giving innovators. You to be innovative in this day. And whatever you touch is going to work out in your favor, like you're abundant. The first thing to be abundant in is spirit and belief, because everything comes from the spirit. Grit City. That's what I'm getting. Thank y'all so much for joining us here on the Tears of Week Tarot Show. You showed up, never know what you don't get. We manifested our farm life, beloved. A life of ease and grace is giving clean eating, fresh air, relaxation. I'm hearing the creek running. I smell the green that's in the air, the flowers, the scent of it. Ooh, picking garden, the food out the garden, harvesting, and laying in the hammock in the evening. Getting that sun, walking around with no shoes on, grounding. Look, I'm living my best life. in my head right now because that's where it starts, you know. But we manifest our own reality, and what we want wants us to. We take a step towards it, and it shall step towards thee. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with us, week. I love y'all. Look, everybody, Jean, Crystalline, Hillary, Monica, everybody that's here. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I see you. I love you. Just like I love me, because that's my capacity. But it's growing and expanding on a daily. So thank you so much for being here and growing and expanding with us too. I love you just like I love the Alpha and Omega. Ooh, like I love the breath. Ooh, that's been given unto us, because without that we couldn't do a fuck shit thing. It moves the word, that infinite intelligence that's built in. Use it. Requantify yourself. Your experience has value. Nobody tell you fucking expired. No goddamn gallon of milk. To the next now. This was done. Ashe, beloveds. Mwah.